Hey guys, Miss Mannion here doing a read aloud from outside today. It's nice out, so I figured I would move and get a little change of scenery. We're going to continue with our Tomie dePaola week, and today is Tom by Tomie dePaola. What do you think Tom's job is? You think he's a butcher? Let's see. Tommie's grandfather always used to say, "We're named after each other, Tomie. That's why I want you to call me Tom instead of Grandpa." So Tomie did. So right off the bat, who is the story about? His grandpa. Tomie and his family went to visit Tom and Nana almost every Sunday. Nana was Tommie's grandmother. And every Sunday, for as long as Tomie could remember, Tom read the Sunday comics out loud. Tom used different voices, which made Tomie laugh and laugh. Sometimes Tom acted out funny poems. Tom's favorite was The Animal Fair. "I went to the animal fair. The birds and bees were there. The big baboon by the light of the moon would comb out his golden hair." Tom would pretend to comb and comb long, long hair, but he was bald. Tomie would get the giggles, and as Tom went on, he giggled louder and louder. Sometimes he would squeal and laugh so hard that Tom would start laughing too. "Tom Downey," Nana would say, "you're just as bad as the child." Sometimes, if they were really loud, Nana would say, "Tom Downey, you're just as bad, and the Downeys and the rest of the Irish." When that happened, it was winter, Tom would say, "Come on, Tomie, let's go to the cellar and shake and shift the ashes." Tom and Nana had a big coal furnace, and Tom would shake the ashes to keep the coal burning. "Now we'll sift the ashes to get rid of the clinkers, and we'll save the ashes to put on the sidewalk if it gets icy." Then Tom and Tomie would sit down near the warm furnace. Tom would light his pipe. Nana wouldn't let him smoke it upstairs. And he would begin to tell stories, some about himself when he was a little boy, and some that he made up. Tomie loved those the best. If it was not winter, they would just sit outside in the cellar door and talk. Once they went next door to Luby's and saw their puppies. "Those are firehouse dogs," Tom told Tomie. "Your great-uncle Jim had one when he was the fire chief. His name was Sparky, and when the sirens went off, he would run alongside the fire engine, all the way to the fire." Tom and Nana had a grocery store. Nana was in charge of the front of the store. Tomie helped put the cans of food on the shelves just the way Nana wanted them, nice and neat with the labels facing out. Tom was in charge of the back of the store. He was a butcher, and behind the counter was Tom's butcher's table, where he cut up all the meat for his customers. Were we right? Was he a butcher? Nice job. Next to that was the big grinding machine. Tom would grind up pieces of beef into hamburgers. Tomie liked to help him. "Be careful now," Tom always said. "I don't want any fingers in my hamburger." Sometimes when Tomie was there, Mrs. Novak brought in chickens that his grandfather would sell. The feathers were all plucked, but their heads and feet were still on. Tom would take his cleaver and whop! Off came a head. Whop, whop! Off came their feet. Once Tom gave Tomie a chicken head to take home. "See this?" he told Tomie. "If you plant it in the garden and don't disturb it for 3 weeks, you'll have a chicken bush." Tom put it in a bag and tied it with a string. Tomie couldn't wait to get home and bury it, but after only 3 days, he dug it up to see if anything was happening. Do you think he can grow a chicken bush? The next weekend, when Tomie told Tom that nothing was growing, Tom said, "Too bad, it will only work once." He knew that Tomie couldn't wait 3 weeks without looking. "But let me show you something else." He picked up a chicken foot. "See that little white string there? It's called a tendon. If you pull it, the chicken's foot opens and closes. Try it." Tomie tried. It was scary, but it made him giggle. Tom put 2 chicken feet in a bag and tied it with string. When Tomie got home, he washed the chicken feet with soap and a scrub brush. They were kind of smelly. Then he asked his mother if he could borrow some of her nail polish. "What for?" his mom said. "It's a secret," Tomie told her. "All right, but don't spill it." What do you think Tommy's going to do with that nail polish? Let's see. Tomie picked the brightest red and painted the claws on the chicken feet. All weekend, Tomie practiced holding a foot in each hand and pulling the tendons. The chicken feet opened and closed. Garr-rah-rah-rah. On Monday morning, Tomie hid the chicken feet in his pocket and went to school. His best friend Jeannie was standing in the schoolyard. Tomie held a chicken foot in each hand and pulled his hands up in his sleeves so only the chicken feet stuck out. He put his arms behind his back. What do you think he's going to do? Hey, Jeannie, Tomie said. Hi, Jeannie answered. Garr, garr, ah! Jeannie screamed. The girls turned around to look. Garr, went Tomie and the chicken's feet. Ah! The girls screamed. Tomie turned. Grrr! Ooh! It was a teacher. Uh-oh. Tomie spent the whole morning in the principal's office. She threw away his chicken feet and sent him home with a note. Tomie is not allowed to bring chicken feet to school ever again. The next weekend when Tomie went to visit Tom and Nana, Tomie told Tom all about it. Well, Tom said, we'll just have to think of something else to do, don't you think? And Tom gave Tomie a big wink. So his grandpa gave him those chicken feet. That's so funny. Do you think that would you say that they get along pretty well? I would say so. I think they were pretty good friends. So far, we've learned about how Tomie became an artist. We've learned about his Irish grandfather, who is the butcher, Tom. And we learned about his other grandfather, who he helped learn to walk again. So we are learning all about Tomie dePaola's family, which is pretty cool. All right, guys. I will see you next time for another Read Aloud. Bye!